same experience. Yes.
I've heard stories about yogis in caves.
If you're doing exercise in pranayama, pranayama means breath control. If breathing control is the way in which you meditate, that does not lead to dying while living at all. It only controls the vital organs of the body so that you need less oxygen. You can breathe very slowly. Breath never stops. I have seen yogis who dug themselves under the ground. We pulled them out after 7 days. But the latest ones which we saw were monitored completely all the time with all kinds of electrodes and things put on their bodies so that the doctors on the surface could monitor what was happening. In no case did they stop breathing altogether. They slowed down their breathing. In no case did they stop the heartbeat completely. They slowed it down. But they slowed it down so that the same survival that would have taken place in 1 day was stretched out to 7 days. But there have been cases where they died. So that means, and that's a dangerous practice. If you are doing practice of that type, which is based upon the physical activity of the body, like breathing, then you have a risk. But the meditation that great master teaches has nothing to do with the body. It's entirely to do with consciousness inside. The body remains intact. And you can have so many experiences, the body remains okay. In fact, there was a Bibi. Bibi means a girl who served the master there and was in the Dera. And that Bibi used to be well known for good meditation and that her soul used to go to very high regions. It was well known to everybody. She was our neighbor. Where we had a house. She was exactly our neighbor, next door neighbor. So we used to often see her, talk to her, and learn many things from her. One day, we found that she had not opened her door for some days. And we said that she might have died inside. So we broke open the door and we saw the lady in a meditation posture. But what we saw was that because of some jaggery or brown sugar that was lying on the floor and she stepped on it, the foot was, that little piece of jaggery was attached to the foot and ants had been eating it up. And they ate up not only jaggery, they were eating part of the foot also. It had been eaten up and since she was in that state. We ran and called the great master, whose house was not too far. That Bibi is in a strange state, she might be dead, and please come and see. So he came running to see the Bibi, and he said laughingly, now call Dr. Shakuntala. Dr. Shakuntala was a doctor living about 20 miles away who loved the great master and his white beard, but didn't believe any of the words he ever spoke. She said that is nonsense, what he teaches, because medical science does not agree with what he says, and I'm a doctor, medical doctor, so I take things exactly. The body is constituted like this. There's nothing before or after this body. This is the only life, and so on. So great master said, call Dr. Shakuntala now to examine this patient. So Dr. Shakuntala's car was sent, and she came, and she examined the patient. She said she's in a very deep coma. She has gone into very deep coma, and it's very difficult to revive her because you can see even her heel is being eaten up by ants, and she's still not able to come to consciousness. So please shift her immediately to a major hospital. And great master said, when you are in such deep coma, what happens to the reflexes? What happens to the vital signs? She said, they alter also. He said, will you please check up? So he checked up, he says, she said the heart is beating normally, the blood pressure is normal, the other vital signs are normal. This is a very unique case. I've never seen a case like this. He said, what about the reflexes of the muscles and so on? And she took the little hammer and knocked all over. She says, all the reflexes are normal. So she said, this is a strange case. I know I've never seen a case like this, but you better move her to the hospital immediately. And great master said, do you know, she's having inner experiences. She's traveling in some Brahmans. She's traveling in some higher regions. And the doctor said, Master, I love you, you're a very beautiful man, but this is no time for jokes. Her life is in jeopardy, please move her to the hospital. And Great Master said, well, I'm going to call her to wake up and tell you her experiences. She says, this is not time for this kind of stuff. And Great Master said, Bibi, open your eyes and tell us what you are seeing. And the Bibi opened her eyes and she put her head on the Master's feet and said, thank you very much for the wonderful experience I was having. And so far as the little foot is concerned, it'll heal. We'll just put some ointment on it and it'll heal. Then in the presence of the doctor, Great Master said, tell me what you were seeing while you were in that state. He said, I was flying in this region, I flew into another region, and she began to describe a lot of internal experiences.
Wow.
So that was a great thing. And as it happens, since I was the neighbor, I saw this myself in my own eyes. So that means it's not a story I heard. Of course, you are hearing a story, but I saw it myself. So that is why the experiences that we can have do not alter. In meditation, the vital signs do not alter. We breathe normally, our heart beats normally, and yet we experience death. That's totally different from the experience of the yogis who do pranayama and breathing exercises. Okay. Yes.
Difference between